If there's anything left to watch on HBO after Game of Thrones, I would highly recommend you watch Chernobyl, so don't cancel your subscription just yet. Spoilers for the miniseries ahead. Chernobyl has garnered much attention and critical praise in the past couple months. As of today, it's ranked at number 1 on IMDb's top 250 TV shows. So as far as IMDb users are concerned, it is better than any show you have ever watched, and for a pretty good reason. Chernobyl has crafted a nearly perfect political drama. Let's dissect it. The setup. What I find interesting about the show is that you can read about Chernobyl and know exactly what happened, but knowing this doesn't detract from the appeal of the series. It doesn't relieve you of tension because you know the ending. In fact, it is very much the opposite. Why? Craig Mazin, the creator of Chernobyl, was interviewed by slashfilm.com about the main message of the show, and it's not that nuclear power is dangerous, it's rather that lying and ignoring facts comes with a deadly cost. It's the lies in the show that become more prominent and dangerous when we know what is actually true. Fomin and Brukhanov aren't sending Sitnikov to check on the core, they're sending him to his death. Dyatlov isn't calling the fire brigade to put out a simple roof fire, he's blasting them with lethal doses of radiation. Characters continuously undermine the threats, lying to each other and themselves, and it creates a brilliant cocktail of frustration.
No chemicals? The problem's a roof.
What does the dosimeter say?
3.6 Roentgen, but that's as high as the meter.
3.6. Not great, not terrible.
The air is glowing.
The Cherenkov effect. Completely normal phenomenon.
It's the lies that create the best tension. The escalation. And then the lies get worse.
First, the accident is well under control.
And worse.
The Central Committee have ordered a detachment of military police to Pripyat.
How large of a detachment?
Between 2,000 and 4,000 men.
And worse.
We seal off the city. No one leaves. And cut the phone lines.
It escalates and stretches the tension, raising the stakes. It speaks to the theme that lying is costly, because each lie increases the amount of danger that the characters are in. And although the lies make the situation worse, we have to understand that they are a result of a deeper systemic issue, posing a much more difficult challenge for our characters to solve. The characters operate in a system where authority is never questioned and where people with authority are always believed to be making the best decisions in the best interest of the state. Akimov and Toptonov, for instance, continually repeat the phrase, "We did everything right."
I did everything right. I did everything right.
Because they listen to authority, not because it is necessarily fact. Truth comes from familiarity and consistency. The more they repeat it, the more we realize they actually believe they did everything right. We see that lies are ingrained so much that speaking out of turn, questioning authority, and exposing truths will always be regarded as wrong. And this is what Chernobyl does great as a political drama, because the lies that have escalated have handcuffed Legasov between what he can do to save the people and what the state tells him he can do. He is caught in a struggle between fighting the immediate threat, containing the nuclear power plant,
Means the fire we're watching with our own eyes is giving off nearly twice the radiation released by the bomb in Hiroshima.
and fighting the conspiracy, the misinformation, the politics, the mystery of why it all happened.
Contain the spread of misinformation.
Two problems. Both need to be solved, both at odds with one another.
At least evacuate Pripyat. It's 3 kilometers away.
I've been told not to.
Is it or is it not your decision?
I'm in charge here.
Between the two problems, it's not the danger, the radiation, the stress that takes its toll on Legasov. It's the lies.
I'm not good at this, Boris. The lying.
Ultimately, it's the lies that have an act to escalate and manifest into far worse disaster in the moment it becomes too late. Final takeaways. Chernobyl was meant to be a highly authentic recreation of real-life events, but does that mean it can't be critical as it's purely a reflection? No, of course not, because it captures perspective. We follow certain characters and see a world view. It fixes our perspective on what should be good or bad. Legasov, Kamyuk, and Sherbina are the clear heroes in this show. We are shown their struggles, their self-sacrifice, and their pursuit of the truth. These are the characters we sympathize with. Chernobyl is also a very pertinent piece of media, one that tells us not just that lying is wrong, but weaves in themes about the dangers of authoritarianism, suppression of criticism, and arrogance. It also highlights the need for organizational and business leaders to not just act as merely delegators, but to listen to their teams and actually do frontline work for themselves, something Dyatlov should have done sooner.
I'll go up to the vent block roof. From there, you can look right down into reactor building 4. I'll see it with my own eyes.
And most importantly, the show emphasizes the criticality of assessing the information we have been told. Not just to not lie, but to know when we're being lied to. Especially today when information is so accessible and connectedness dominates every single aspect of our lives, we are engrossed by digital media and how easily it is to disseminate information that is taken for granted. On one hand, it's a fundamental requirement for individuals to be able to express opinions, form ideas, and challenge leaders. It's a vital part of democracy. It's in part what ensures power is balanced and not one individual can have complete authority. Accessibility empowers more people. But it doesn't come without challenge. Readership interest, relevance, and sensationalism are all issues in digital and traditional media. Sometimes the important stories are not the most interesting or timely. Media can be manipulative and straight up wrong. And now sources of media are easily of concern. The rise of prominence of fake news in recent years shows how easily it is to create, disseminate, and influence based on misinformation. As individuals, more so than ever, it's our responsibility to critically assess the information we've been given and where it is coming from, because we have seen what the cost of lies can be. Thank you. Hey everyone. This video was actually very hard to write. I had so many ideas running through my head. Chernobyl is just so good. I hope this video didn't seem like it was jumping all over the place. Also, a lot of you are new subscribers coming from my Peaky Blinders video, so for that, I want to give you all a big thank you. I'm attempting to write a season 2, 3, and 4 analysis when I'm done the series. Don't know when that will be yet, but it will come. Cheers, guys.